Hello everybody, welcome to another True Review. Today I'm bringing you Vertical Drop Heroes HD on the Xbox One. It releases on the 17th of February and is priced at £6.39 in the UK and $7.99 in the US and EU regions. So what we have here is a remake of a highly successful web browser game. It's a very simple concept, and the name of the title really sums it up. You've got heroes. You start at the top of the level, you have to drop down to the bottom of the level using a series of platforms, negotiating traps, enemies, rescuing other captive soldiers, doing quests for NPCs, and collecting gold and buying new abilities of traders. And that pretty much sums the game up in a nutshell. But this is what I love about the whole independent game concept, and something that the big so-called AAA games tend to miss. They miss that playability factor from them, and this game is so much fun. It takes something for a game to both appeal to like a quick 5-minute go, quick 20-minute go, quick 30-minute go if you've got to rush out somewhere and you want a little gaming session, and it stands testament to the game as well that it still is highly enjoyable if you decide to go for a long haul session as well and play it for a good few hours. This game really caters for both markets. So anyway, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself at the moment, but you start off with picking a character. You have a choice of 3. You can pay a small fee of 5 gold to re-roll the characters. If you've played before in that current session, the last hero you played will be ever present, so if you do find one that you like, you can continuously reuse them until you power down the actual game itself. These characters have basic number of stats, HP and damage range basically, and the other things that they have is they have 2 abilities which are assigned to 2 of your buttons, and they also have 2 passive traits as well. Now when the game begins, you're very limited to what they actually are, so you've got a very small pool for it to randomly generate these characters from. However, this game is a roguelike, but it's not one of those where you completely lose everything. Sure, you'll lose your character when you die, but any gold you've collected, any abilities you've unlocked during that run will transfer to future characters. So in essence, the more you play, the easier the game should technically become, because you can plough gold into buying new abilities while you're playing the game, and then before you start any new adventure, the gold you've got carried over, you can give to various vendors in the shrine, which is kind of like the game's starting area, to increase maximum damage, increase the health pool of your starting character, and you can also increase the value of gold and these things called peace orbs, which I'll cover now. Peace orbs are an orb that you collect which grants you gold and XP for simply collecting them, but they're only present on a level if you haven't killed an enemy. As soon as you kill an enemy, the peace orbs will disappear. So to maximise your XP gain, you really should try and drop through the level collecting the peace orbs, and then use one of the teleportation pods, which you only can use once per time, to warp you back to the top and then run through the level killing all the enemies. That's if you want to maximise your XP. There's keys to collect, chests to open which can reveal XP, gold or gems which are worth a hell of a lot more gold. There's, like I say, NPC characters to rescue, such as knights, thieves, archers. There's a big guardian kind of knight in there as well. And there's also, as I mentioned before, vendors which you can encounter during the level as well, which for payment of gold will unlock abilities for future heroes, not for the current hero but just for future heroes. And in this way you expand the ability pool and the roster pool and the pool of weapons that the randomly generated characters have available to them. And there's a hell of a lot, to be honest with you, because in the main shrine, if you go to the lower floors of it, there's 19 statues, each which have 5 nodes on them, and each node represents an ability, a trait or a weapon. So 19 times 5, not great on my maths, so probably just short of 200, isn't it? So just short of 200 abilities, traits and weapons available to actually pick from, so something to fit all playstyles. And like I say, it works as a pick up and play title. It works as a long session if you want to grind out and increase your future characters' abilities overall. as you can see from the screen, it's a very, very simplistic concept. The graphics are beautifully done. I love this graphical style. It's kind of the graphical style I wish games were back in the day when the Amigas were around and things such as that. Obviously they didn't look like that, but that's what the nostalgia makes you think they look like, if you get what I mean. And it's this very, very simple concept: a button to attack, 2 ability buttons and a jump button, and you can even have attack onto auto attack if you wish, which will flail your sword around when you get near an enemy to save you bashing your button continuously. But I mean, I haven't covered the music yet. The music is so good in this game. It's different per level, and the soundtrack sometimes is thumping, it's pounding, it's upbeat, it kind of starts off slow, builds up, and it just works really well with the kind of arcadey, platformy, RPG kind of game it actually is. Achievement wise, looking at probably a very, very easy list. I've not actually completed the game as of yet. The last boss keeps kicking my butt. I think I have to level up my characters a little bit more before I can actually beat him. But some different achievements for completing 3 levels in one run without killing an enemy. So for collecting your peace orbs, there's once killing so many enemies in a level. There's a few other miscellaneous ones. Complete the game 3 times. Complete the game without using a teleport shrine, because you can actually pay money at a shrine during the game to in future runs be able to warp to that level and skip most of the game if you so wish. But yeah, it looks like a very, very easy list. From looking at various websites, it seems that a lot of people have completed it already who've got an early access copy of the game. So I don't think it's going to be too difficult. 1,000 gamer score there, but it will take a little bit of while to grind the necessary levels up to be able to beat the final boss, as I'm finding myself there. But it's a thoroughly enjoyable game, and I've got about 15 hours into it at the moment, and I'm still really liking it, and I'm not unlocked all the abilities as of yet. So I can't recommend this game enough, really. I mean, Digerati, I'll give them credit. They know their price points. A big criticism I have with independent games at the moment is they just go crazy on the price points. They price their games so high, it puts people off, or people who would be willing to take a chance on it get put off because of the high price point. But this is the perfect price point for this game. It's just so much fun, you'll get so much value for money out of it. I can't recommend this game enough, really. So I'm going to give Vertical Drop Heroes HD a amazing 4 out of 5. One of the best titles I've played so far this year. I know we're still early days, but still, it's one of the best this year so far. So thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next review.